War Eagle, everybody. We are back. Halftime in the books. It's 14-14 tie Ole Miss and Auburn. We are the War Report. Of course, you can check us out on YouTube if you have not already. Click like and subscribe there. We are on Instagram and on Facebook and on Twitter, The War Report. And then, of course, on TikTok at TW Report. Halftime, we're back here, and it's a tie ball game. Let's talk about what we liked, what we didn't like. I'm going to start with B. Will because you were saying something right before we came on air. Well, give me something that you liked about the first half first.
I mean, I like the way we look running the ball. We look good. We mixed it up. Got Shivers involved. I mean, Tank still is the bell cow and should be the bell cow, but Shivers ran hard. Some a little more speed than Tank out there. Got DJ Williams. DJ Williams is a little slow. He's slower than.
He still looks like he's hurt. Like, I think he's trying to play through an injury, and he just needs to sit down. Like, get yourself fully healthy, come back, and so you can play at 100% because we have enough with Shivers back now that he doesn't have to do that. But yeah, continue.
Right. So, I mean, I like that. What I didn't like was how well they were mixing it up against our defense and our defensive line. That last full drive that they got, like, that was discouraging because we had run the ball consistently. The clock was moving most of the half, so they could not have been tired. Fatigue was not an issue with the number of snaps they had been on the field, and we missing tackles again. Kevin Steele's defense was the main improvement I saw from Kevin Steele from before he got there. Was we don't miss a lot of tackles, and we're missing some tackles, and that's discouraging because we didn't get the possession we needed to get up on them going into the half. That means we have to score against them coming out of the half when we get the ball. And I don't know, Bo still looks shaky enough to I have to question if that's going to happen.
Yeah, I'll let Caesar go next. What you got, man?
Pretty much they followed the game plan we said that they need to follow in order to have a chance at winning this game. And basically take the game out of Bo Nix's hands, and from the standpoint of throwing the ball and actually impose your will on the ground, which Auburn has done a good job of that, keeping Ole Miss off the clock. To B's point, the thing that discourages me is how the second quarter ended. I mean, as disappointed as I am in how we handled that drive by Ole Miss, we're going to give up a score or two to Ole Miss. I mean, they can just move the ball. They have a lot of offense. We saw what they did to Alabama. They're going to get some points up against us. It's just incumbent upon us to play keep away when we have the ball. I was discouraged by the coaching decision to be very conservative on the part of Gus. It just felt like he was just willing to settle for 3 points and get out of there, knowing he's getting the ball back in the third quarter. And usually that type of mentality gets us beat. And really and truly what's going to make or break us pretty much is coaching in this third quarter, because it's been documented for the past few weeks as to how Auburn goes through these third quarter droughts because the offense does not make adjustments to what the defense is doing based on how we did in the first half. So pretty much it's on Gus and Chad to figure out, hey, how do we continue to coming out of the half?
Yeah, I don't know that we even attempted a forward pass other than when Bo was scrambling and kind of quasi throwing the ball away that traveled in the air beyond 5 yards.
Saw some slants. That was encouraging.
Yeah. It was.
He
looks
Mike,
more accurate.
No, go ahead, Mike.
6 of 8 on third downs was notable, right? So converting on third down, I think last week we finished 7 of 16 on third down. So I saw some improvement on our third down offense. Echoing what you guys said previously and what we thought, right? Bo Nix, 9 of 10 for 60 yards. And so he's on track, if repeats that trend, to throw the ball 20 times. And we have 140 yards on the ground. So kudos to all of us. We kind of called this, right? Like, I think that they saw last week what we're seeing about Bo, and like, you just can't put the game in his hands. They needed to develop a run game to take some pressure off him. All his throws have been easy for the most part. He hit Seth Williams on a big kind of slant
Mm-hmm.
over the middle.
And Seth does his thing and hurdles the defender.
That pass, Right. But what was notable about that pass to me was that throw was still behind him. Right. It was an easy throw, and he still had to reach back and catch the ball like this. Right. And just because there was nobody around him, he made the play and turned upfield. If he's covered, that throw still doesn't cut it. So I don't know that I've seen any improvement from Bo in this game, and nothing that I can point to that says, okay, like they've settled him down. They've essentially just taken the ball, the game plan, taking him sort of out of the game plan in a way.
Yeah.
Tank is running the ball great. We had some good runs by Shivers. There was, and the O line is run block. So I saw what I needed to see from our O line so far in the first half. Again, it's been marginal improvement every week, but it's still been improvement. So, echoing Caesar's point, the expectation for our defense could not be a shutout, right?
Right.
Ole Miss is going to score a point, which takes me back to why I thought we would struggle. Is just, can we score enough points to win this game? I'm not sure that 28 gets it done. Again, echoing Caesar's point, how they coach this third quarter will tell the story on if we are able to win this game or not.
Yeah, and I think that the telltale thing is what you're saying right now is that it's clear that throwing the ball is not going to be a part of our game plan. But is Ole Miss going to force us to have to throw the ball coming up here? And if they do that, we're definitely going to have to put the ball in Bo Nix's hands. And like you said, Mike, there's nothing that he showed me that indicates he's improved at all. Number one, because he hasn't, there aren't a ton of throws to get grade. But number two, he's still okay, so the times that he's had to get out of the pocket, Ole Miss took away his first read. When his first read is not there, I don't ever even see him turn his head to look in the other side of the field. He's staring down this receiver.
Right.
Dang, that's not there. Okay, time to get out of the pocket. He never even resets his feet and goes in the opposite direction to see what's on the backside of this play. And there's patterns going on, and that's the frustrating thing with him. It's like, it's clear, stack the box against the run, try to take away his first read, and this offense isn't going anywhere.
Right.
Other things that are discouraging for me is our inability to score at the end of the half, like Caesar said. I wanted us to at least get 3. If you're going to play for 3, you got to get it, right? You have to score. In this game, it seems like whoever has the ball last is going to win based upon how these defenses are playing, or whichever quarterback makes the fewest mistakes. And so far, that's been our quarterback. So we should have a lead in this game, and we don't. Why is that? End of the half, not executing. That's poor clock management. That's poor game plan. That's just bad all the way around at the end of the half there. I don't think that that's poor execution because because Ole Miss was basically like, all right, you throw the ball. We'll see if you can do it. And they were just like, no, we're going to run it.
Yeah.
And, I don't know.
It's just like Gus is like, oh man, we're in this game. We get the ball back. Whatever happens. You're not playing. You're not playing aggressive to try to make something happen. So.
Right. Which I get it. You don't want Bo Nix to make a mistake at the end of the half, right? That's essentially what he was saying is, I don't trust that our quarterback won't put us in a bad position at the end of this half.
Right.
Whose fault is that?
Well, we saw
can see it.
examples of that last week, right? Look what he did at the end of those halves, right? And if this game stays the way it is, right, he's going to have to fucking do better than what he did last time, right? He's going to have some situational awareness at the end of the game and make a play, right? Apologize for the but
it is what it is. Listen, it's true.
I feel very strongly that hopefully what we can do is we can get up a couple scores, right?
And that's the thing I was saying in the chat is I just need the defense to get us a stop, and then we come back. I need it to be a 2-score gap. So we need to score on this first drive. We need to get a stop, and we need to get another score. If we can do that, I feel much more confident in our ability to win this game. If it's going to be this back and forth thing where we've got to match everything that they do, or they have to match us, if we slip up one time, the way our defense is playing right now, I'm not confident we're going to stop them. So
Yeah.
we need to at least on defense force them to kick a field goal, right? Like we cannot give up sixes every time.
I don't think Lane is kicking the. I don't think he's kicking the field goal.
What I'm saying, we got to put him in fourth and not manageable.
Long.
Right.
Fourth,
Like it needs to be
real long.
in field goal range, and it needs to be like 4th and 12 or something like, or it needs to be like 4th and goal from the 25. Like I need that kind of because you're right, Lane Kiffin, if it's 4th and less than 6 and they're even close to the 50, he's not kicking the field goal.
At all.
Which, speaking of things that almost put us in bad field position, I don't have any idea why Roger McCreary runs that interception out of the end zone. He was He was 7 yards deep in the end zone with no clear path to get anywhere, and he decided to bring that out again.
He had plenty of time. It's not like he caught it at the end zone line and was like, "Oh, what do I do?" It's like, "Nah, you were deep. He like arced his way out, so he had time to see, and he still ran it." That's like, but
you made a conscious decision.
And
I'm running this.
And this is kind of what the issue has been for this defense specifically, and for Bo Nix, is the propensity to want to be the hero on every play rather than being disciplined and realizing there's a long game ahead of us. Let me just get down and we're going to go out here and we're going to. That's not trusting the other guys on your team right there. And the defense has been out of position a lot just because of that. They're not trusting what they're supposed to be doing in their assignment. When you're not sounding your assignments, Lane Kiffin's type of offense is going to make you pay for that kind of stuff.
Yeah. On a positive note, right? I said it in pregame, right, that this quarterback is going to throw you a couple of easy ones. So I was happy that he did catch it. Right, he did make the play, even though he kind of boneheaded it, at the end. B-Tank, yeah, I agree. B-Tank.
I agree.
So, if we get another turnover like that in the second half, I feel like that could be the stop you're talking about, Ike.
Yeah.
Right. Like, he throws another pick after we have a long drive and a score, and then if we can get another, run them down with Tank and Shivers, right, and Williams, and get another score and get up a couple scores, hopefully that is the form, and then just play keep away or defense prevent at the end and try to hold on. That's how they win this game. So, I felt pretty strongly that they would get that Ole Miss still has the chance to put up 35 points on us.
Oh yeah, for sure. I wonder if the rotation of quarterbacks was planned or if that was a result of the pick. Like if they said going into this game, we're going to rotate quarterbacks and Plumlee's going to be a big part of what we're going to do offensively. We'll never know now, but I do wonder if that was always what they were going to do.
I think that they were evaluating. I think I remember reading they were evaluating that in. Listen, he's thrown 7 picks already this year. He threw 7 picks coming into this game, right? So while he has,
but he threw 6 of them last week. So
yeah,
fair enough. Fair enough. Well, even more so why you would be evaluating that. So, like, I just think I read some articles that said that, there was a chance that we could see the backup. I'm not really that plugged into Ole Miss football, so I didn't know how true that was. I know that Lane Kiffin does have a history of pulling quarterbacks and not sticking with a guy just because. Right. So,
Yeah, I think, I just need our defense, like, we've got to figure out how to get stops early in the downs, right? So like get them behind the chains and then make them give us the ball, right? Like force their quarterback to have to throw it, and that's going to require us to tackle well on first and second down, and then it's going to require us to have some discipline, which the pass rush has been decent this game without having to blitz. We've been getting to them, but we just have to be able to make sure that we're forcing them into the longer throws, so he has to hold the ball that additional second, because the reason they've been able to get rid of the ball quickly is because it's either been a 3rd and 5 or they were throwing some deep jump ball situation, which we got the pass interference call on. Right. So we gotta figure out how to be better on defense and sound in our discipline against those early downs. Get them on the ground and then force another turnover, I think, in order for us to win. I think we need to get one more turnover to win this game.
Who was it that made the big tackle for a loss on the running back? They blew up kind of like what looked like it was a draw. Does anybody remember the play? It was
Wooden. Wasn't that Wooden?
The first one was Wooden.
The first one was Wooden. I think I know which one you're talking about, Mike. I don't recall the name of that guy.
It's the second one that you're talking about, and I don't remember who it was.
like a read option and the quarterback decided to hand it to the running back, and then whoever the defensive lineman was read it correctly and took the running back and tackled up for a big loss. Right.
Yeah.
So I saw some things that were encouraging on defense, and quite honestly, based on how Ole Miss has been scoring on everybody, holding them to 14 points and a half. I feel this defense was not great, but not terrible. Like, I'm not looking at the defense and thinking there's no way these guys are going to be able to come up with a play to win the game. The opportunities will be there. It's just a matter of whether they can take advantage of them or not. And then offensively, we just got to figure something out, man. Like they Bo's still throwing the ball behind receivers. He's still putting the ball in a place that makes it catchable, but disallows for them to be able to maximize the play after the catch. So second half, I just want to see more of the run game. I want to see us control the ball. I want to see our offensive line dominate their defensive line. And, if we can just hold the ball longer and score, we can win this game. And I think that's the best way. I think that allows for the max amount of development going into next week as well, too. Right? So they can build on. We can build on 140 yards rushing in the first half, man. I mean, they're trending for almost 300 yards rushing in this game.
Dre Butler, somebody got the name. Okay. Second half's about to start. We'll see what's going to happen here in the second half. Hopefully we can come out here and get the early lead and get back to you guys at the end of the game. So we'll be right back here and giving you post-game reactions. Until then, War Eagle.
War Eagle.
Tank.
All right, gents.